Okay, so I decided to do a question similar to the ones that you saw that I made the replacement problems with, and I'm actually going to do part C here. So it says a disproportionation reaction involves one substance that acts both as the oxidizing and reducing agent. In other words, it goes from where it is to both a higher oxidation state and a lower oxidation state. So that makes them kind of difficult, but we're going to work through it. Which of the following disproportionation reactions are spontaneous under the conditions, standard conditions? Calculate delta G and K at 25 Celsius for these reactions that are spontaneous under standard conditions. So let's figure out if this one's going to be spontaneous. And the reason I chose it is because they gave me the E naught letter values, so I didn't have to look them up. So the first thing I have to do is figure out, do I need this reaction the way it's written, or do I need to flip it? And so HClO minus here is a product. Here I have it as a reactant. So I need to flip this reaction over. And so I'm going to write HClO2, and I don't really care about the water, is going to give me ClO3 minus plus 2 electrons plus 3 H's. But the big part about this is this sign will change, and E naught is going to be negative 1.21. So I have the same number of electrons being transferred, which is 2. So I know that N equals 2. And when I add up my two values here, 1.65 minus 1.21 equals, and I get 0.42 for E naught. And so yes, this is spontaneous. So I know the cell potential. The other two things I want to calculate will be delta G and K. So let's go ahead and do delta G first. It seems pretty straightforward. Delta G will equal negative 2 times Faraday's constant, which is 96,485 coulombs per mole times volts. And then the last thing I need is cell potential, which is 0.44 volts. And so our volts are going to cancel. And there's a way of converting it into joules. So it's going to equal 2 times 96,485 times 0.44 equals, and so it's negative 84906, and that's going to be joules. And so that's going to equal 84.9 kilojoules negative. And so yes, it's spontaneous. So now let's look at calculating K. So E naught divided by RT and times NF is going to equal NN of K, which is going to be 0.44 volts. N is 2. Faraday's constant is 96485. And that's coulombs per mole times volts divided by R, which is 8.314 joules per mole times Kelvin times our temperature. Kelvin is 298. So I get 0.44 times 2 times 96485 divided by 8.314 divided by 298 equals, so ln of k equals 34.27. So e raised to the 34.27 is going to equal k. So we have to use the e to the x, and then second answer equals. So k is equal to 7.6 times 10 to the 14th. So there's k, and there's delta g. So I hope that's helpful in figuring out how these problems work. Let me know if you need some help.